Evening, folks. Hope you all are doing well. So this is Wolfstride. We started this up on Wednesday, and it's goofy and fun, and involves talking dogs and robots punching each other. So let's continue. I'm still wondering what the 55 days is about.
You better make it juicy with lots of meat. I'm really working my ass off here.
Sorry, Shade. Sorry, Shade.
You better make it good.
I never made an omelet myself, but I'm pretty good with Brazilian sweets like Brigadeiro. My nieces love them.
Always push the button for pineapples.
Oh, speeding up. Nice one, dude.
So, that's what it does.
More.
I see where this is going. Keep it up, nerd.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
I'm gonna leave him there for a little bit while I repair this mech. It's gonna cost a lot more to repair this thing now that it's got more HP. Although repairing a broken limb is still a lot cheaper than repairing a destroyed one. Yeah, because $200 to repair this compared to quite a bit less for the rest. Who needs a head anyways? Also, in before it turns out that I get something that makes repairs cheaper. I should have waited, but oh well.
I never made an omelet myself. I never made an omelet.
Again. It lets me go straight to max now. Oh well. Alright. So, the only must-do on the agenda right now is making omelets. But I'm gonna stop by everyone anyways and see what they're up to.
So, here you are. Hey, you gave my kids some trouble, didn't you? Yeah, well, we can't always win. But let me give you a piece of a millionaire's advice. You can't always win, but instead of just losing, you can learn. If you learn something, it's always a win, son.
But what if you learn and then you die?
Keep that in mind. So, you're looking for some quick, clean cash, ain't you? You came to the right place, son. Thing is, I got half my stash buried under the ground. These damn dust storms won't leave me alone. All you gotta do is dig your way through this concrete solid dirt between me and a fresh pile of cash. I'll pay good for any junk you find. So, we got ourselves a deal.
So, new minigame for making money. Are you sure you want to work? There are better things to do with your life. Mood. So let's see what this new minigame is like. Watch out for buried treasures and start digging. Don't dig too fast or you'll risk breaking your shovel. The inner circle represents your strength. The outer circle represents this shovel's desire to die. Dig as much junk as you can and go for the highest score. The fancier the junk you'll mow, the more you'll get in return, so choose your spots wisely. So I already broke one shovel. Actually got pretty high on that. I will do that one more time. Yeah, I just made like 300 bucks doing that. That's a lot more money than what I was bringing in on from ZZ. Let's see if what's his name is here, his son or nephew or whatever. No, it was his nephew. Nope, just him.
So, how's it going with the witch? I heard you guys are working together.
She's cool.
Yeah, I guess so. Listen, I'm the first one to throw a rock whenever she sticks her head out. But I think things might be getting really serious this time.
What are you talking about?
You see, I'm used to hearing screaming at night, but it usually seems a little far away, and I always thought it was the owls. This place is filled with birds, I tell you. But yesterday, the shit sounded like a woman. And hell, it was close. Close enough to send chills down my spine. It kept me awake through the night. So I followed the sound, and I figured it was coming from the witch's den. The scrapyard. My guess is that witch got hold of someone. She may be performing dark rituals or something. Creepy stuff.
In before Hog
Whoever
just
it
wants
is, must be in a lot of pain. Those screams, boy, they're desperate.
Why do I feel like Hog is just giving me a tall tale so that he can have me courier another box of poop over to her?
I could check it out myself, but I'm in the middle of a Cold War here. Maybe you could see if you could find the source.
You want to know if she's okay?
No, son. I just want my good night's sleep back to the way it was.
Now that's respectable. I do wish there was a little bit less running around in this game, but that's fine. Just out of curiosity, see if there's anything at the hospital. Huh, that's new.
Greetings, lesser creature. I'm the supreme pineapple god, king of all tropical fruits, for I wear a crown. I bring happiness and sweetness to people's lives, but I'm also an acid arsehole who'll make your tongue sleep. Don't try to understand my nature. Your science and logic are below my very existence. I transcend the times. Now go. Stop staring at me like a dog who's lost his mojo. Find my sons and daughters across the world. Deliver them to your friends and family. But don't you dare make cakes, pies, and sweets, or I'll make your nipples hard.
What?
Now go. Fulfill your destiny. Spread my will. Make the whole world tropical fun. Like a beach in Salvador.
spread the spirit of Tropicalia by distributing pineapples to everyone on site. Look for a character with a pineapple icon and shove a pineapple down their guts. They'll be really glad about it, so you might even get a reward. This pineapple icon represents how many pineapples you have in store. You earn pineapples in quests, buy them in shops, or even get them as a reward for something. You can't give what you don't have, so watch out. You can check your progress with each character by checking the golden pineapple at the precipice. This is amazing. Well, clearly I'm going to have to give my first one to Knives, since literally everyone calls him Pineapples. Oh, that's good beer. Alright, so next stop, the Crapyard. Go see how Zizi's doing and what that screaming supposedly is.
Seems like you're on a roll. I feel like we're onto something. This mech of yours, he's special, I can tell. Who left this mech for you guys again?
GW.
And what the hell does that stand for?
Good question. He always said something different when we asked.
Weird fella, huh? So he was your friend, but you don't even know his real name.
We all had troubled pasts back then.
I see. Well, better not to know then. Somehow it seems familiar, though. Screaming? What the hell are you talking about?
Hog seemed concerned about...
Hog? I should have known. Look, son, if you want to do business with that pig, that's your problem. Just don't drag me into his stupid games. I don't know nothing about screamings or such, and I bet neither does that lump of rotten bacon. I got a lot on my mind as it is, so I'd appreciate it if you would focus a little. I don't need a pig or any number of foreigners taking care of my life. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Aw, they don't voice this line? Oh well. Let's see if there's something new with the bike. I still can't quite get there. There has to be something I'm missing about that game. Oh well. See if there's anything new around here. Doesn't look like it. Come back at night when I have the chance. Now, how would there become a night?
on me. What you...
So nothing, no change there. So no interaction with Joy at the moment. Actually, I should have saved that pineapple to give to pineapples. Oh well. I'm sure another one will come up soon. Alright, shopping time.
That's the man goose. The world is on fire. The man goose flies on by. Hell yeah.
Oh, you again. Welcome back, mister. Make yourself at home. If you need anything, I'll be over here. Oh, it's strawberry season, so we got plenty. They're cheap and good for your health.
Alright, what am I definitely going to need? Eggs, veggies, ham. I noticed that now they've taken off the toothbrush and whatnot that they were selling earlier. So, I might actually need to go restore a save or something and go pick up some of that stuff. I will also take that pineapple. Let's see if there's anything new to interact with in here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, cutscene?
I don't think he's after us. Then again, we shouldn't let our guard down.
Don't worry about it.
All right, folks, and gracious little lady.
The what?
It's time to see a P in action. The man is here, and he is ready to cook.
Oh, that I want to see.
So I have option to cook the hamster omelet, the veggie omelet, or sweet omelet. But first I'm going to give him the pineapple. That's tempting, actually. Screw it. I'm doing the full flavor omelet. No. Screw it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing the full flavor omelet. I made money for cooking?
I didn't see that coming. I'm kinda surprised.
Piece of crap! Are you trying to poison me, Catman?
Wow, that's amazing, dude.
I wanted a veggie one.
Well, you got what you wanted. Now, let's get back to business.
Hey, nerd. While you've been wasting your time with omelets and beep, I've been doing some real hard work here. The donkey is finally ready to absorb a drop of my vast, superior knowledge. After much discussion, me, the gracious little lady, and the pea donkey have come to a conclusion.
We can't agree on...
Pea!
I just don't know, dude. All those names and stuff. Should we really go there? I mean, I just want to punch stuff.
Yeah, with style.
Amateurs. So, I'll shift this responsibility to you, nerd. Take a look at what we've got, and I'll make sure I shove it inside this donkey's head. But I ain't doing this for free. So pick wisely, or go get a job.
What about me? I got no say in this.
I don't teach doggy style.
I told you, it's not doggy style. It's a blazing samurai uppercut.
Everything you do is doggy style.
Alright, so now we've got upgraded moves. That's a terrible, terrible info pain. Ooh, that actually seems like a really useful move. Like, just right off the top. AP2 with a long-range punch that's 60 damage and knockback 1. That seems really good. An upgraded version of one that's long range and actually focused on dealing damage to specific body parts. That's new. In the meantime, I'm going to grab this, and then honestly, I'm going to go do a few more of the job mini games with over at Hogs, because that's about $300-400 a pop, and that will be, and doing that like 3 or 4 times will be enough to buy all of the new skills. I could honestly probably grind it a few more times and have some spare money on hand.
So, you did check on her, didn't you? This is not good. That witch is hiding something, I can tell. How does she look?
Same as ever, I guess. She got pretty upset about your concern, though.
Yeah, she's definitely hiding something. And you should look into it, son. You're the one working with her. Who knows what might happen to your mech as a consequence of that witch's actions?
I ain't worried about that. I just want to know if she's okay.
Then you might find she's the toughest nut to crack. She'll bury another husband before asking for help. Stubborn hag. Just wait until nighttime. You'll see it for yourself. She can't hide it then.
Ah, damn it. Broke my shovel. Almost got that one, last one. almost got that one too. One more time. Alright, that got me up to nearly 2,000. I'll do one more. Damn it. One more. Alright. That'll do. Now let's see what I've got gadgets-wise. So pistol punch is pretty much the same thing as weak punch, just crappier. And with one little more arm. Oh, but it is on the right arm. AP2, 30 damage knockback 2 versus 60 damage knockback 1. Seems like there's pretty much no... I mean, the extra knockback is nice, but... Yeah, that means everything's on my left arm now. That does mean I can pretty much just use my right arm entirely for taunting, though, and use everything on that. Oh, upgrades. I don't know where I got some of these parts, but that's nice. Looks like that's the only thing I've got upgrades for, though, right now. Completely useless, but shiny. Completely useless. Lousy shielding. Heavy head crown. But no, I'll take the mini bar. Alright, I'm sure I'm going to find out eventually what that's for. And hopefully I'll get an ability to sell some of those parts I've been getting from the junkyard too. Pardon me. Alright, now that I've got more money, come back and train up the pilot a bit more. Alright, so definitely taking the upgraded repair. And that. Actually, I can pretty much afford all of it now. I'll be completely broke afterwards, but worth it. Do I have another pineapple to give? I do. When did I get 2 more pineapples? Well, in that case, I'll give one to Duke. And one to Whiska. Alright, if that's the end of the day and I've got all my other tasks done, I actually am going to go to one more of those mini games. Just because that's a lot of money. And something tells me that now that I've got the pilot screen unlocked, that's going to mean upgrades to buy soon. So I want to have money for that. Almost got the 9th one. Oh, I got a pineapple from that. Although I worry about the safety of a pineapple that was buried in the dirt in a junkyard. One more to run, and then I'll go. Ah, damn it. One more actual run where I don't instantly break my shovel. Alright. Now that I have 2 more pineapples, I'm actually going to go... I lied, I am going to... Before I go right back, I'm going to go give 1 to ZZ again. She's great. I'll give both to her. New movie available, Drunken Angel. How many more pineapples? No, I'm out of pineapples now. Okay. Did I see something there? New jukebox song, Cowboy available. So that's all prepared. Let's double check here.
All right, let's wrap it up. So what is next for us?
This one is a real P. The mech goes by the name Junker. The pilot is known as Hart and seems like she used to work as a full-time mechanic before joining the ranks. Junker is a close combat specialist, so we should make the best use of our P range. It also relies on defense-boosting techniques. She might not look like much, but she's got sturdy armor. Now, don't let your guard down, donkey!
She looks awesome, dude. When are we fighting?
Tight schedule. The day after tomorrow.
What the crap?
She's ranked 290. It's a 7-rank jump. It will be good for you guys.
Hell yeah! This girl is something, dude.
I want to help in any way I can. I should hit the sack now. Good night, guys.
So, what are you gonna do about the new kid?
Dunno. I guess I need to send her back.
What's up with you guys anyway?
It's a long story.
Don't give me that. I heard it enough from her.
It's complicated.
Crap, cat man. A 14-year-old came from the other side of the country just to see you, all alone. It sure looks like a lot of trouble. So what is she? Your daughter or something?
More or less.
What kind of answer is that?
I'll figure it out, Wizard. She'll stay here for the time being. Let's hit the sack. I'm beat.
Am I gonna get a night cutscene to check on the witch? Guess not.
The first one was the dog, if I remember correctly. Old-ass bunk. Looked all beaten up. His mother was a figure. Old-ass rugged lady. With the voice of a camel going through a needle, creaking.
That's a great description.
Second was the kid. Everyone called him that. Young brat. Promising future. Wasting his 9 to 5 at the bank. Keeping others' money. Never his own. Day in and out. I swear to God, he was just bored. Third one spelled trouble. By the way he walked. A runaway like me. Had taken a man's life, or so I'd heard. We had nothing to lose.
What is it, kiddo?
I think this is a retro console of some sort. It's kind of wrecked, though. But I think I can fix it. Me and Shade, we used to play lots of video games.
Good old times.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do for this little guy here.
Oh, I play a lot with my nieces, too. So count me in.
Don't know how the hell that crap works, but maybe we could use it for Knife's training.
You're clueless, ain't you, dog? No worries, though. I can link this device to the mech's console, so he'll be able to access games from the cockpit. Piece of pee!
Amazing!
Oh, it's nothing.
There's a really famous mecha fighting game going on right now. Ultimate Golden God. Super Brawl Definitive Edition. It's available even for mobile devices.
Interesting. You think we'll really be able to use that to improve Pineapple's training?
Pineapples?
That's me, dude.
Oh, yes, I'm cooking something up. If this really works out, we'll be in for some fun time.
Never liked video games. Why the hell is everyone always jumping around in them?
But I don't even have a jump button right now.
Now, where do I plug this cable?
Nah, I'm too good at games. I play in my mind all the time. In fact, I'm playing right now. And slash, you're dead, nerd. Just kidding. I'm actually playing Cooking Mama.
Alright, all skills still purchased.
I used to play a lot of video games with my nieces.
Really? What games did you play?
Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil, Silent Hill.
Wow. How old are your nieces?
Tiara's about 7, and Ribbon will be 5 next month.
Nice.
Hey, Catman, don't forget we got a fight tomorrow. You better not let that victory go to your head. We still got a lot of work to do.
No worries, Wizard.
Hey, Shado, can you get an optical drive for me? Thanks.
What the?
Actually, I should double check here. Yeah, still nothing I can replace here. Pardon me? Well, since I need to buy some stuff, I might as well talk to Hog and see if there's any more cash I can make. Alright. Still enough to, not quite enough to make the 300 bucks. Alright, there's one more pineapple. I'll do it one more time, and then move on. Alrighty.
Oh, you again. Make yourself at home.
Smartass me just actually wants to straight up... Yeah, I'm gonna straight up buy the wrong item. Because I can. Optical Miami Vice. Nice. Why not? I'm gonna give her a pineapple. Scorpio engine added to inventory. I should see if she has anything new for sale now that I gave her that. Nope. Oh, he's moved.
That's the mangoose. The world is on fire. Christ, the mangoose flies on by.
I wish I could give the mangoose a pineapple.
Hell yeah.
Nothing new for her.
So, what do you think of the food here? It's pretty edible. I like the seasoning. When are we going to see the pig? What's with you and pigs? You shouldn't call him a pig, by the way. It's very offensive. His name's Fancy Jack. His mech is called Fancy Boy. It is a heavy-head custom. He's not even ranked yet. You're probably the only reason why Sis took on his challenge. When is he going to fight again? Not anytime soon, judging from the beating you took from that cowboy guy. What's with that cowboy mech anyway? It looks old. Is Sis going to fight it? Why do you think we're still here? She's going to kick his butt real good.
Oh.
Avenge Fancy Boy! We're not avenging anything. We're just going to cash in and bail out of this ghost town. Then again, Sis is probably going to destroy Grandpa Cowboy. Destroy Cowboy!
Just for that, I'm going to put on the cowboy song. No interaction options for her. Alrighty, back to the hangar.
Dog damn, that's exactly what I needed. Thanks, Shado. Now we can get Grandpa back on the rail. I just need to figure out where to stick this. Maybe... Beep!
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, I just couldn't resist. Let's get to work. It'll take some time until I figure this out.
Oh, yeah, dude. Jack came looking for you.
Jack? What did he want?
I don't know. Sounded real important.
I'll swing by Hogs.
So I should see what the new engine looks like. 3 extra move points, but reduced base attack. I don't know, actually, because the base attack, -5 base attack, just kind of sucks. On the flip side, I got a bonus base attack from the mini bar, so... you know, given that I know this next combatant is going to rush me, having movement to do a backup to do a knockback and then back up seems really important. So I think I will take the extra move for this one. So let's see what Hog wants. Well, I should say what Fancy Jack wants.
Hey, bud! Just the guy I was looking for. Can I have some of your time? I need some advice.
Advice? Why don't you pester your old uncle instead? Shade's a busy man.
Meh, you can help me with this one.
What is it? Any problems with our wonderful fancy boy?
Yeah, something like that. Come on, man, let me show you something.
Cool place you got here.
Suits a guy like me, doesn't it?
I guess so.
The reason I brought you here. I hope I'm not taking too much of your time, though.
Nah, I got plenty.
You're going against Junker tomorrow, right?
That's the plan.
The thing is, I'm interested in Junker's pilot. She's got a cool background and shit, and I don't know. I thought it could be nice to get to know her.
Oh no.
I know she's out of my league, but still. You look like the kind of guy girls are all over. I figured you could help me out with some advice.
Oh no. This is so cute, but so terrible.
I didn't arrange this fight so I could date her. I really think my fancy boy would kick her Junker's ass, but I don't know. I just want to talk, you know? I'm not usually like this, but I'm trying to break out from my old self.
I'm not sure I'm your guy.
Well, you probably dated a lot of girls, didn't you?
Just one. I've been busy with other stuff.
I see.
I guess this is it, then.
Oh, wait a second. You got a score 1. I'm a 0. I just want to make that jump. We ain't so far off. So, how did you manage?
I didn't do shit. I never had time for this kind of stuff. It just happened. I was right there at the right place at the right time.
Come on, man!
That's all there is to it.
Wait, man, you're not telling me anything. How was she? How'd you meet?
It was in a small bar. She used to sing there. At first, it was her voice, like honey dripping from the branch of a tree, smooth and soothing. I remember her scent, something classy, elegant, but somewhat sweet. A fragrance
Yeah,
of
it is
innocence
super corny.
behind a veil of iron. She reminded me of myself.
Wow. A singer. So you scored big, bud.
A jazz singer. Pretty good one at that. She was the best. The world didn't deserve that woman.
Almost tempted to skip.
I was trapped by the time she opened that devilish smile. To think I fell for a bunch of teeth. But it wasn't just that. It was the way that the underlit environment danced in her eyes, glowing orbs of the purest evil. She glanced back at me just the right amount to make me wonder. I felt bare, as if she could see right through me, see through the fraud, the fake. All that fucking weight I couldn't get rid of.
And how did you manage? Did you talk to her?
She came to me, sat by my side and paid me a drink. Rum and cola. Yep, that rum and cola. I was nervous to the point of clenching my teeth, no blood in my fingers. On the outside, the same, a face of nothingness. I felt miserable and lost, filthier than the ground.
This is getting real corny.
I was a rag of a man, dressed as a cheap jewel. I wanted to destroy myself.
And the unfortunate part is skip the whole cutscene, or
I guess I'm more like a martini guy, but
no fast
that's a
forwarding.
good call either way.
She said it resembled me, something dark with a bit of sweetness in it.
That's a terrible joke.
The kind of poison she was willing to taste.
Wow, she was good.
All we did was talk, for she read me like a book. It was a dangerous dance.
God damn, this cutscene goes on forever.
Sometimes I would spot the girl in her, shameless, loud tomboy. Then, with my armor shred, she would see through me. Shy little scum. I hated it, but it was also soothing. In a way, I didn't have to pretend anymore. I couldn't stop talking. Drunk on her spell, I would spill my weaknesses and fears and pains, all with a smile on my face.
Seriously?
Yes. And then, one day, she just vanished.
Huh?
I waited for days, coming to that same bar, gazing at that doorway, hoping she would come in at any minute. All to no avail.
Damn, man. That's tough.
I went to every bar in the city. I was losing my mind. I'd give anything just to see her smile one more time.
Fuckboy's a simp, yo.
I needed it more than food or water. It was ripping my insides, messing with my bowels.
Kind of like Mexican
A
food.
stupid sickness that robbed me of my will to do anything else. I was thrown in a loop of impotent, bare, naked despair. Stripped from my walls, I walked.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm skipping this cutscene. This is too much. That is great. Yeah, I need to take a screenshot of this. Alrighty. Screw it. I will sit through this for a few more minutes, and then I'm killing an artist.
Beast. I was strangely aware of my surroundings. Every breath, every time I closed my eyes. Voluntary movement. It rained like hell the night I finally found her.
Wow, that's classic.
She was just exiting a bar from this back alley. She gave me that devilish smile, like she knew I was looking for her.
What a...
We stayed together for about 3 years.
Wow. Man, what a story. And what happened?
We split up. That's just how life is.
I see. Thanks, man. Think I needed to hear that. I still don't know what to do, though, but it kind of soothes my nerves to know I'm not the only one who's still single.
There's nothing wrong with being single. We're not puzzles looking for missing pieces. Each and every one of us, we're made whole. It takes hell to learn that.
Thanks, Shade. Man, when you talk, you talk. I'm astonished. So, let me know if you need help with something. We're still rivals, yeah?
I'll let Pineapples know.
What was all that about? Did you fix Fancy Boy?
I'm working on that, Uncle. Don't you worry.
I already regret that conversation. Me too. Alright, all daily tasks completed. I actually am going to do the junk hunt a few more times to try and get some more pineapples. almost got 9 there. Got another pineapple. Do one more. Still only one pineapple. I'll give it to Jack, though. New movie available, Stray Dog. Alrighty. Let's see.
It's alive! We got B-games!
That's awesome, dude.
Not only that, but I managed to get the cowboy inside it. I had to assemble him by using other mech parts and mess with some texture sheets, but it's done.
It's identical.
Now we just need to find other players and gather their mech data.
What?
That's how this game works. It's made for mobile interactions. You find people on the streets and battle them. Then you come back here and unload all that mech data so we can use it to train Uncle Knife.
I made sure to update Cowboy's configs into the game. Now, this piece of donkey brain can train in the security of his inactive cockpit.
High five!
My pea arms are too pea short.
The only thing is, we'll need someone to collect other mech's data for Uncle Knife.
Oh, I could do that.
I think you got enough on your plate already, kid.
I figured Shade could do the walking. Here, give me your phone. I'll get the app for you. Okay, let me see. Now here it is, and done. Now you'll be able to collect data by using the UGG SBDE app. Just leave it on at all times. When you approach someone who has the app, you'll hear a beep or something. Then you can challenge that person to a fight. We can also cash in points to trade for UGG SBDE exclusive prizes.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
Virtual battles will not cause any real damage to Cowboy, but you can earn points and win prizes. I'm guessing this is pretty much the infinite mode for this game. Why not? They didn't give a symbol for Charlie. Here, I can deal 20 damage with that attack. Dude, I'll stick with the shooting. Well, first I should. Dang, he's got a lot of HP. Let's take the HP off his head first. The armor off his head first.
Did you do it on purpose?
Oh, he hits pretty hard. Oh, and he gets 3 moves. Dang. Yeah, he's using exclusively left punch, so maybe I should focus on his arm.
Look at those hit points go!
So he does have a right punch. Push him off. Let's taunt with my unused arm. And punch that arm. Back punch that arm.
Did you do it on purpose? Harder! Deadlock, trash!
Unfortunately, I can't do anything with him right now. So if I've got plus 10 right now, I could either do 2 attacks for 20 damage, or do 1 attack for 40. Okay. I mean, I guess it really doesn't... It would be equal. Oh, and he just popped my chest, so... But then, that is why it's virtual.
That kid of yours is really something. You should see her going on about all this tech stuff. I didn't get crap. That kid of yours, I didn't.
Do I have a pineapple? I do.
I like the girl. Good kid. Wonder how she ended up in this pool of pee.
Hey, dude. Nebraska said she can help with my training. After she finishes her homework, that is. She's kind of a genius, ain't she?
Alright, that is everything for the day, I think.
All right, folks, let's wrap it up. Tomorrow's another one.
You did well today.
Thanks, Shado. Is that a smile?
We had a good time.
I miss the old times.
How's your mother? She doing well?
She's alright.
That's good. I've been meaning to talk to you. Sorry it took so long. Why did you come here, kid?
I just wanted to see you again.
I'm doing okay. Nice haircut, by the way.
Mom hates it.
Huh? Does she? Pissing her off was our favorite pastime.
It was.
You should go, Neb. This ain't the place for you.
Oh, I like it here. And everyone's so much fun. And doc damn, Shado, you got a freaking mech.
Either way, I don't think you should be here with us. These guys know nothing about kids.
You talk like I'm still a brat. I can carry my own weight.
Don't make it harder for me, Neb. I mean that for your own good. You should not stick around. I bought your passage. It's for a week away. Yeah, but don't get your whole...
Thank you, Shade. Thank you very much.
I've talked to Cherry.
You're not gonna regret it.
She said you can stay for a while.
Ha-ha!
So I guess it's mecha season for us.
God damn! This is awesome.
You're still a brat.
Hey!
Alright, fight day.
My cousin served for 2 years and some scraps. Bastard had an itchy finger. Didn't fire a fart in the army. Just a waste of his time. Said the government owed him that much. A glorious death, I mean. Soldier stuff. He wanted to be a hero, but they sent him back. Sure, kid, but this ain't that kind of war. Came back haunted, lost, not a penny to his name. So he and some folks, they swiped a tank. M1A1. I figured, if we're gonna rob a bank, hell, we could use some trinkets.
Good morning, Vietnam! You know what day it is? Fight day! Ready to kick some
All this censorship is killing my vibe.
You should do something about this, Father.
What?
Master, godly dear, sunshine of my life.
We'd better shut his trap for good.
Her trap. Marlene is the name.
Oh, for crap's sake.
Oh no. Alright, so we'll talk to ZZ.
It's gonna be a long-ass day.
Oh, why so grumpy? What are you looking at, nerd?
This is so much fun.
worry about the fight tonight. We got this. Me and Marlene.
Sure thing, Daddy.
Yes, they did.
For crap's sake!
What's up, Mangoose?
I brought you some goods with at least 70% compatibility scores that we can experiment with. Still, this won't come cheap. I'm already giving you guys a huge discount. It's up to you. Me and Killer Hound will take care of installing and configuring stuff. Leave the heavy lifting to us.
You can now acquire upgrades and enhancements from ZZ. Be sure to equip all your trash in the mech equip screen. So this is that thing I was already experimenting with. Alright, selling stuff. Okay, now I can sell all those bits that I got from the junkyard. Alright. Oh, and there, it's all cheap too. So let's start the expensive stuff since I've got the cash to burn. Let's see here. So there's an alternate engine if we want. If we want, that would give me 2 movement speed instead of 3 movement speed and 5 lower base attack. Alright, so the right arm has no frame on it, pretty much. The left arm has base attack plus 5. So I could either do double base attack plus 10, so I'm doing 20 more damage more per hit, or I could give up some HP to get an extra 2 ammo. And here's I'm noticing there's a bunch of OSs. Actually, let's. Okay, here we go. They have options per arm, rather per piece. So I got the good reinforced plates for the arms, and I've got 3 choices of good pieces here. I can either load up on ammo or I can load up on attack. All my one range attack I have uses 2 ammo, so if I take 2 of these, I could do 2 attacks each. But I'd be giving up 10 HP out of the roughly 120 that I'd be giving. So it'd be a 10% HP drop in exchange for being able to use the range attack twice without reloading. I think I'll stick with the... You know what? No, I'm gonna go for 1 base attack 10 and 1 base attack at plus ammo. Alrighty. For the chest. So here my options are 1 extra movement speed or even more movement speed and faster recharge on my nano fluid. But I take 5 less base attack. I think I'm gonna get the good let's see here. I'm definitely gonna get the engine just to have around in case I need it. For armor, let's see, right now I've got HP plus 30. I can either do 60 and 5 armor and start the match with 5 armor, or I can do plus 80 HP. If I can't restore the armor, then it doesn't seem like it's going to be that worth it. Unless there's an option here that gives me... on the other hand, the chest is the one thing that if it pops, I instantly lose. So maybe taking 5 less damage from on every attack to chest is worth the HP. Because if it takes them at least 4 attacks to break my chest, then it's paid for itself. So why not? I'll take the one with the armor. Okay, for the head, the one I've currently got is gives me a morale recharge bonus, which could be good. I think I'll stick with that. It also gives me way more HP than any of these options. And OSs, which currently I have empty. Okay, bonuses to attacks. Bonuses to attacks, but a reduction in repair. Bonuses to brawling. Bonuses to every attack. Or one that gives me big bonuses to attack, but degrade to repair. I'll take the one that's balanced. I'm gonna be doing, actually, because I'm supposed to be doing long range attacks for this next fight. Now that I think about it, that actually makes me think. I've got one of these extra ammo options. I'm actually gonna get a second one. Then I'll take the OSs that are extra long range and one well-rounded one for later. And that'll do for now. Now I'm immediately going to equip this. So, minibar, I don't have an upgrade for the CPU yet. Bonuses to long range, reinforced plate, and the extra ammo. Reinforced plate and the extra ammo. Then hull, I'll keep the high movement engine, and there's nothing I can equip in that slot yet. So now I'm up to 160 in both arms. And if I went for the upgraded frame would be 170, but I can take but I have 4 ammo now. But I can only reload 2 of it at a time. Actually, can I? Let me look at his moves here. He can reload 3 at a time. Alright, so my current move is shitty move is 1 AP 2 range. This one's 1 AP 2 range actually. So let's see here. So it's just a straight up upgrade of blindfold shooting. Okay, so I don't need to take that one. Tiara and Ribbon lets me deal 20 damage to each arm, which would be nice. Let's do, let's do Pistol Punch for the backup. Alrighty. I don't ever want to guard. If I'm in, actually, what arms are these all? These are all left arms, so I'm going to keep my right arm as pure self-defense. Either that, or I can ditch the taunt in favor of armoring. No, I'll stick with that for now. In that case, since I know the right arm is just going to be for armor, no, I'll keep that base attack plus 15. So there's easy. Done. Let's go drop by the bar and say hello. See if they have a new dialogue or if it's the same dialogue as yesterday.
So, what do you think of it's
No, same dialogue.
His name's
Skip the cutscene. Oh, nice. I skipped the cutscene and actually just got a achievement unlocked called Art Hater.
What you looking?
Actually wonder if this guy over here has something I can use for the virtual battling. Nope. Shop really quick.
Oh, you again. Make yourself at home.
Nope, nothing new for her. Stop by Hogs really quick. Jack is gone, I see. Alrighty, if there's nothing else to do here, then move on. I guess we'll get the fight started.
Ready to call the witch in?
Let's do it.
Okay, people, it's witch time.
As always, Annie Z coming in with the last-minute goods. Check it out, darlings.
Alright, doesn't look like there's anything new from what I already bought earlier. Cool.
It took me a while to work around all those god-forsaken systems, but I finally managed. This is a game changer. My first prototype. It'll increase your mech's response by 50%. We're leveling up the playing field, darlings.
CZ's Charlie mainframe added to inventory. Your knowledge of Cowboy has gone up. It's easier to repair damaged parts now. I wish I'd known that known I was going to get that before I repaired the whole thing. Oh well. As far as don't quit the main menu. Alright, so now I get 3 action points. Nice. I'm actually gonna save right now.
Got a regular deal on this one. Don't expect much. We're renting the arena, so that pig didn't make things easy for me.
It's too late to teach him anything. How the hell do you want that donkey to learn a whole new skill 30 minutes before the fight? That's bull pig. Just kidding. Pay it up, nerd.
But I already got everything from him.
Time to get serious, dude. By the way, did you see my tea? I'm sure I left it somewhere around here.
Wait,
It's too late to teach. How the hell do you want that? Just kidding.
they aren't Marlene anymore. That makes me sad.
Oh my god! I can't wait for it!
Alright, let's do this.
All right, folks, to the arena. We got some butts to kick.
There you are! Come on! Capitalism awaits! Let's get this party started!
I love that frame so much.
It's showtime!
Hey there, partner in crime. How's it going with those ranks?
Pretty good so far.
Yes, me too. Guess we're the rookie prodigies of our generation, aren't we? Name's hot, by the way.
Need to move one more. Let's see here. Definitely going to try to break the armor on their arms first. Oh, I do a lot of damage now. Holy crap.
Wake up, kiddo!
And move back one. Oh, she moves fast. I'm actually going to save that repair since I don't need it right away. Alright, reloading 3 ammo. I can either do 20 damage to both of them. Let's do that first.
Oh boy, it's down!
See, I can push her back one, actually. Oh, but I don't have enough AP to do anything with it. Darn it, that was a dumb move. Oh well.
So, where did you get your ride? Seems pretty funky to me.
It's a long story. It was a gift from a friend.
Whoa, nice friend you got there. I see you got some brand new parts here and there. I'm frying my brains out to fix my build. You see, junkers are cheap and easy. That's why they're so popular.
Just like me.
But it's a hell of a job to stand out from the crowd, you know.
You seem to be doing a great job.
Well, thanks. But you can say that again after I kick your metal arse.
Crap, kiddo!
She hits hard as a bulldozer. Impressive. I didn't expect that from a junker model. That's so loud. Oh.
She just goes straight for it. Alrighty. So first thing I'm definitely doing is full repair on my chest. Gonna move back one. Reload.
Now that gets rid of that annoying defense.
What annoying defense. Yeah, I figured she'd immediately get one back. So, one knockback, that's fine.
It's a deadlock!
Oh boy. Okay, definitely pushing her back first thing so I'm not in deadlock mode. One more time. Going to reload. Taunt with my left arm. And do one punch to get her arm disabled again. So she can push me, but not much else. And I can push her back even farther. Kinda wish I had taken my knockback punch. Alright, head's knocked out. Alright, step back. Time to start taking the armor off on her chest.
Nice shot, but I'm not down yet.
Oh, honey, that's just a matter of time.
Don't give up, girl!
Crap, kid. What side are you on?
Then I'm going to use my last two movement points to get up close to her so she doesn't immediately put me into deadlock mode. But she will anyways with knockback punch. Push you back. Push you back one more time. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and repair up.
Repair time! That's your money's worth!
I've got one more move yet left. Let's do one more punch. Right. Move back and Pew-pew.
You lose! Just kidding!
I probably didn't need to shoot off her arms, honestly. I probably could have just gone for the chest from the beginning and plowed through it. I've had too much fun tonight. Knife Leopard learned absolutely nothing. I mean, come on, Donkey, are you even making an effort? Oh, so you did learn something. Napped armor. What I really need is a better reload skill.
Another night, another victory. Cheers. All hail the kid and his wonderful cowboy.
We're officially ranked 290!
Seems like you guys are on a roll. I might actually make a living if this keeps up.
Drink up, everyone. I'm paying.
Well, that's the kiddo I know. Whoa, wait a minute. You're not wasting up our victory money now, are you?
Congratulations, Trash.
End of day 10. "52 days remaining." That's getting so foreboding and we don't know what it's counting down to yet.
It was a hot day. under a big rock. I can tell you that much. We split it. Pretty much 50-50. A crew needs a captain. A captain needs a tight ass and an open mind. I was blessed with both. How much, you say? How about 2.5 each? Good money. Start over money. Free to be whoever we'd like to be. Forget the screw-ups.
This guy's voice sounds so familiar.
Last time I saw the three of them, we bailed for good. Didn't leave as much as a cent in the wind. To see each other again, that was never the plan.
Problem is I can't look it up because I don't know who that
night, gentlemen.
character is named.
And lady. So, what's next?
We keep climbing up the ranks.
Dude, can we pick our next opponent?
We should aim for an easy ride, get in, beat up, cash in, and get out.
Huh. You ain't got much time left if you're gonna make it into the finals.
Neb's right. We ain't going anywhere if we don't take any risks. It's gonna be a wild ride, but there's no other way. We're too far behind.
Keep in mind, higher ranks get more cash per battle, so they might have more resources.
We can barely keep up with our repair expenses as they are.
Just leave it up to me. For now, keep up the good work.
Alrighty. I haven't streamed this for an hour and a half now, so I'm actually going to get up and stretch and take a break. I probably will run an ad break. I will be right back. Everyone go get something to drink. I'm back. Alrighty, where's my controller? Darn it. Alrighty, let's keep going then.
What about the girl, Catman? You decided anything yet?
She'll be staying with us for a while.
You sure about that?
Just for a week. We can deal with it.
If you say so.
I'm tired. Nothing to do here. Let's go on a road trip or something.
Sounds nice. Where'd you want to go?
Who knows? Wherever fate leads me, you humans don't value what you have. This really is a beautiful world.
Where's all that coming from?
Dunno. Guess I'm just bored. P-nerd!
No new skills for him to learn yet. Actually, I should look and see what he learned from the last fight. Nothing new here. Although I am going to replace Pistol Punch with Knockback Punch. Cactus Guard. So the base one is just 1 ammo, right arm, self. This one is still right arm, but it's a longer taunt and it gives me armor. So it's just straight up upgrade. That is awesome. And he learned a variation of Nano Aid Protocol, but, you know, I don't know, because on one hand, I have that huge straight-up heal, but on the other hand, doing 30 heal and 30 HP and then a hot is kind of nice. I'm regenerating fast enough with that upgraded engine that I might actually take this, because it seems like I'm getting a heal every couple of turns. And last game I didn't have any. Actually had points where I didn't need to do anything. No, don't want to quit yet. Alrighty.
I've been thinking about what kind of opponent I'd like to face. Junker was a good match. I had lots of fun. But I still feel like I'm not giving it my all, you know?
What do you mean?
I think Cowboy is ready for more. A real challenge. A battle of guts.
Easy there, kiddo.
That's what I think, anyway.
You guys got a lot of ground to cover if you want to make it to the finals. I wonder if that's even possible.
We'll figure something out.
All right.
I'll do one of the virtual battles just to shake things up, since I lost the last one terribly. I should look and see what the armor is. 10 on each arm. Okay, that's not so bad. Alright, I'm going to push it off its square off the bonus square first, then step back 2. Go ahead and reload again. No problem. Minus 1 arm. And he's at long range, which means I can immediately hit the other one. So we jumped back 3 and then moved forward 1. Okay. Make you lose all your movement points.
That's cheating, Trash. Trash.
Is he? Also, how you doing, Cohen? Yeah, I have a lot of friends who have gotten sucked into the latest season of Path of Exile. A lot of them are just doing something to do until something they care about more, like Destiny 2 comes out.
Come on, player Trash. Now that's damage.
It's from a long range with that. First, healing myself.
That's cheating, Trash.
Terrible, terrible line.
That's cheating, Trash.
Zero damage, nice. Load. And I'll go ahead and reload a second time, since I've still got my taunt up. Okay, that taunt plus armor is actually all sorts of broken OP against people with only one move. Alright. Definitely knockback punch to start. Then I will burst off his arm.
Woohoo, sad boy!
And then I'm going to move up closer. Actually, nah, I don't want to push him yet. I will go ahead and
That's cheating, Trash!
use my heal so it can charge up. I guess he doesn't have, well, he doesn't have a charged, obviously, but I guess all you can do is, let's see here, that's on cooldown, so I have to push him with my movement,
For the crowd!
And I will go ahead and select reload. And go ahead and taunt again. Kinkoma, did you see the TWAB today about and the announcement about how the legendary campaign works? So they're adding pretty much a hard mode version of the campaign that's supposed to be about on par with Legend Nightfalls, and you get both. And so not only do you get better loot for going through the campaign on Legendary, but you specifically get armor that will get you immediately to the soft cap for Witch Queen, so you can immediately jump into the powerful grind if you want to. So I might actually try to find 2 other people and do the campaign on Legendary from day one. If not, you can apparently do it on easy mode and then replay any of the missions on Legendary at any time. And they have some, like, an emblem and some other rewards for doing it on Legendary mode. Yeah, to be honest, I probably won't be there on day one either because this is Bungie and the servers are going to be a mess. But it sounds interesting. They announced most of the day one. They announced most of what was going to be in Void 3.0 today too, and that sounds really, really interesting. I feel bad that this guy doesn't have any kind of regeneration move. Wow, the knockback punch is still on cooldown. Oh well. Back 1 square. Reload. Let's put 2 shots in the chest. That should finish him off.
Did you win, really?
So you do make money doing this, but oh, it's rewards as it scales. Oh well. So what are my daily tasks today? Looks like I have no fixed ones. I'll go chat with people, I suppose, really quick. What is up, Magus?
Great fight yesterday night, darling. Your pilot must be feeling good. I gotta say, your mech is proving to be more than I expected. Our dreams of him becoming a champion don't seem so unrealistic. Well, I guess I'm just being optimistic about the situation. Even if we manage to eat up 100 ranks in about 2 months, it ain't gonna be enough for the top 10.
It's a huge tournament.
Tell me about it. What I mean to say is, I can see your mech as champion in due time. But you guys gotta have the patience for that. It's not gonna happen overnight, that's for sure.
We'll keep our heads on our shoulders.
Yeah, right. We'll see about that. Great fight yesterday. I got, well, even
It's a-
tell what I mean. It's not.
We'll keep our...
Yeah, right.
See what she's got. Anything new? She does have some new stuff. Let's see here. 10 HP versus morale recharge bonus. I'll keep the 10 HP. Any better OSs? Yes. Upgraded short range, upgraded long range. I'll wait to buy that until I know what I'm going to be fighting next. So the current ones I have are 120 HP. The new ones are put in some base armor, or base armor but reduced recharge. No, none of those I want. How about the new frames? Doesn't look like there's any new frames. Hull wise, right now I have the regular hull. Wait, I really have only the regular hull? I could swear I got a better one. I guess that was the best one I had at the time. Alright, let's get a decent hull for a better hull for this then. So I've got either 160 HP and 10 armor, or 190 HP, or 120 HP and an extra movement point. Base repair, increased base repair. Ooh. That's a hard call, because on one hand, movement points are really nice. But on the other hand, an extra 70 HP. I think I'm going to take the movement speed. As for my helmet, the mini bar is already probably the best right now. I've still actually got enough money. I can afford to buy these things anyways. That would give me an increased short attack. Yeah, let's do that. One of these and one of these. Alright. Also, do I have any pineapples? I do not. I suppose that'll be my next stop, is go to the store and see if there's any pineapples to buy.
Oh, you again. Make yourself at home. If you need anything, I'll be over here.
Nope, nothing new from her. Alright, how about the bar? Then final stop, I'll swing by Hogs and earn a little bit of money, since I just bought a bunch of new parts. And actually, speaking of new parts, I should equip what I just bought. Nothing I can put in there so far. What I really want is
Don't mind me.
Is a reload move that'll do 4 ammo instead of 3. Nothing for her. Nothing new here. Oh hey, Evil Notion, how you doing tonight? Hey, thank you so much. Hello everyone. Hope you're all having a good night. This is, what I'm playing here is Wolfstride, which is some kind of RPG, little bit of visual novel, little bit of mech brawler. It's kind of silly, but it oozes style. I'm liking it so far. And it's got some terrible minigames too. But yeah, it's been interesting. I played it. I went into it blind on Wednesday, and it's been kind of fun. Oh, wait until you see the mech fights. They are very silly. But right now, I'm just trying to make some money. Alrighty, that'll do for now. Oh, I love puns, but I also hate puns. That is a pretty good one, though. Not necessarily celery true. Ugh. It hurts just to say it, much less read it. Alrighty, let's see what everyone's got to say, if anything.
I've been thinking about what kind of opponent I'd like to face. Junker was a good match. I had lots of fun. I still feel like I'm not giving it my all. You know?
I do appreciate it, Evil. Thank you.
I think Cowboy is ready for more. A real challenge. A battle of guts.
Easy there, kiddo.
That's what I think, anyway.
Alright, and what's Duke got to say?
What about the girl, Catman? You decided anything yet?
She'll be staying with us for a while.
You sure about that?
Just for a week. We can deal with it.
Oh, hey, Churro Dave, how you doing?
If you say so.
Welcome everyone from both of you. Good to see you all.
All right.
Hope you're all having a good night.
Turn your tools back to the shelves. We're in for a good night of sleep.
All right, we got a victim.
Spit it out, nerd.
The mech is called Momoko. Pilot Adaga. See what info you have on them.
Momoko?
You think I'm your personal research device, that it?
We should scrap this robot for parts. Not joking.
It's true.
And I know a place where old dogs go to die.
Must be your family's gathering place.
I didn't get pee. Whatever, looking for Momoko.
And yes, this robot is named Peepoo.
Fofako. Papaco. Here it is. Just what the pee is this thing? This one is a fast hitter, so we should be careful about its area attacks. Also, watch out for when it's charging something. There's gonna be a big blow on the way. Momoko's cockpit is located in its chin, so that's where we're aiming for.
That looks like a dancing crab. I wonder if its charge-up attack is going to be ranged or melee.
I know about these mechas. They're often used for mining labor.
Mining labor?
Yeah, they work like a beehive. Every Momoko unit has its function for digging, carrying rocks, and building stuff. I've never seen a Momoko fight, though.
So you did follow my advice. It's gonna be an easy ride, kiddo.
Which means it's not gonna be.
Not necessarily. She's ranked 283.
Wow! 7 ranks! Way to go!
Would that really be okay?
We shouldn't go for less than that.
It's okay, dude. Doesn't matter who it is. I'll give it all I got.
Oh, pineapples.
Way to go, my child.
I thought I was your father. Ain't that right?
Pee!
Do you hear the sweet sound of censorship? You don't deserve...
Beep!
Yeah, this robot has a sensor chip installed in him, so every time it wants to curse, it can only say P in a high-pitched voice. Terribly annoying, but I guess you had to edgelord somewhere in here. End of day 11. We're still in the remember the heist part of it, part of the dialogue, I guess. 51 days left, and 2 days to the next fight.
We did it. That's all. No going back. No looking behind. We had them. We cashed in and out. Gone and done. That's the beauty of it. They never knew what hit them.
Is this mechs or GTA 5?
The maids, the ostriches, front door, back door, the tip of the iceberg.
Front door, back door, who cares?
Well, I told you I was going to throw a hell of a party. We did just that.
We actually don't even know who this person is at this point. I'm guessing that's the GW who
slept in late,
that
huh?
I apparently before the start of the story.
Sunshine.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good night. I hope you sleep well.
I'm cutting you some slack since you seem to be doing a good job. Don't get used to it.
Alright. What do we have today on our... still free round, dang.
Mamako, eh? Can't take this crappy name seriously. I just got a feeling we're gonna trample all over it.
Oh, you know what's scary, though, is... Yeah, on one hand, yeah, he did do the voice of Thor, but if you want to see scary, somewhere around, floating around on the internet, are the pictures of Travis on his wedding day, and he's clean-shaven, and it's the scariest thing. I mean, it's cute, he's very baby-faced when he's clean-shaven, but it's just so weird to see him without a beard. It's almost scary. Right, do you have any new abilities to train? No. So, charged attacks will take 1 turn to hit me. That's good to know. Area spread attacks, big attacks. I'm guessing from the fist it's going to be all melee. So, but we'll see.
Adaga is part of the Lamina tribe. They're ancient natives from the USSA deserts. Tough people. You guys better watch out.
Thank you, that was useless. Actually, I should double check and see what I need to repair, if anything.
Sup, dude? I'm having so much fun these days. I just wish GW was still around. You know, get the crew back together, good old times. It's like there's a hole in the air now, right where he used to be. Such a weird feeling.
That reaction face is fantastic.
You think GW's watching from the heavens? Seeing how far we've come with his mech?
Nah, he's probably partying in hell.
Alright, let's check on the chest unit. It's still at full health. Head unit has a little bit of damage to it. Not too bad. Alright, we are all repaired up. Since it's a free day, I don't expect much is gonna happen if I go outside, but I'm gonna run around anyways, just on principle. It seems real risky to have a vaguely RPG-ish game and not go out and explore when given the opportunity. I mean, that's just RPG logic. If it tells you, if it gives you a free day to explore,
again. Make
you do
yourself
it.
at home. If you need anything, I'll be over here.
She still doesn't have anything new, but since I've got cash, I'm actually just going to buy everything in her shop and see if that triggers her restocking with new stuff. Because it's not like cash is hard to come by right now. Huh, Mongoose has disappeared though. Another mangoose.
Seems like you're a few cats short.
Oh, tell me about it. It's that time of year again.
Huh?
Bath time.
Oh no.
I try to give them at least one bath per year. And to no one's surprise, they hate it.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen the sad face on ZZ, and... Oh, that's cute.
Usually they just run away for a while. But these streets are becoming somewhat dangerous with all the movement from the mech battles. I'm afraid Rain City isn't as safe as it used to be. If you happen to spot any of my babies, would you be so kind as to lead them back here, darling?
I'll see what I can do about it.
Oh, thanks. I promise I'll reward your valiant efforts.
Oh no, we're going to go search for hidden cats. Cat bath is a new money-making activity I can do now. Let's see what that is.
You truly are Catman, as Killer Hand claims. It seems my children took a liking to you. Say, why don't we strike a deal? Why don't you give my children a good bathing, making use of your cat skills?
I could give it a try.
Excellent, darling. I'll pay you handsomely, but be careful. They're very delicate creatures.
Have you ever tried to bathe a cat? There is nothing delicate in that
I
process.
hate seeing them that way, but well, it's for their own good and only once a year. You can start with Alpha right there.
Alpha.
Oh, yes, darling. Are you familiar with the NATO phonetic alphabet? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, all the way to Zulu. My husband used to call them that. He didn't take part in the military or anything like that. It was just one of his catalog of eccentricities.
I see.
Well, if you're up for it, let's get down to business.
Alright, let's see what this terrible minigame is. And I noticed there's literally a stink cloud around Alpha here.
That's Charlie.
Oh, that's Charlie.
Oh, he's too much of a good boy to run away.
But he does have the stink cloud around him. Alright, let's see what the cat bathing minigame is like. Are you sure you want to work? There are better things to do with your life. That is a mood. ZZ needs help with bathing the cats. Pick up cats and give them a good washing. Go fast to hit higher scores and get bigger prizes. Okay, so it's just a Simon Says game. I'll come back and play that again some other time. Oh, there's a first missing cat. Alright, find all cats. I need to stop by Hog's yard anyway, so... Oh, hello, Mangoose.
That's the Mangoose. The world is on fire. Crisis after crisis. Mankind at its worst. The story lies behind. The Mangoose flies on by. Hell yeah.
Oh, there's another cat. A very ugly looking cat. And another one. Alright, nothing to say, nothing for Hog to say. Let's see if there's anyone back here. There is a cat. There's 2 cats, in fact. 3, actually. What was the goat's name? Barbara, that's right. It was a terrible joke on Barbara Streisand. Okay, there's one more cat. I should see if there's a... Nope, just find all cats. And running. Oh, one more cat up there. I'll have to admit, I like the grayscale motif for this game, but it does make spotting things harder. Alrighty. Let's go back to check out the store and see if any of the cats are there. They probably are. Is that cat in a trench coat?
Oh, you again. Make yourself...
Nothing new for her to sell. New being sold by her. That's unfortunate. And one more cat hiding back here. Alrighty, nothing else to do here. That just leaves the bar and the route to the hospital. I want to swing by the hospital anyways to see what my pineapple progress is with everyone, because I have already forgotten. There's a cat hiding behind the cone. That's a new character. And saying nothing to me. Put it on my theme song. Oh, those two are talking back here again. Eavesdrop on their conversation again.
Okay, you've proved your worth. So, how's it gonna be?
The Devil of Cincinnati, Lionel.
Now, you wait. The dance floor is just heating up. Soon enough, it's bound to get boiling hot.
Dance floor? What are you talking about?
Look, old man. This place is soon to be crowded with bounty hunters and mercs. We're on the right track. We can't make a move right now. There are eyes on us.
Oh, I see.
We gotta wait for someone else to hit the floor.
Then we can show some of our moves.
Now you're getting the gist of it.
Right, I think that's all the cats in here. Oh, nope, one more at the bar. The cat has a fro, I approve, and glasses. And no dialogue with Joy yet. Oh well. Oh, there's one cat there. Alright, one last stop to look for cats at the hospital and out on the precipice, and check my pineapple progress, and then we can hopefully move on to a fight. I think I see a cat hiding in that bush. That's actually sneaky. Oh, and one out here on the precipice. Alright, so I'm at level 2 with ZZ and the storekeeper, and I'm level 1 with everyone else. I've given 2 to everyone. So I'll actually, am I still on level 1 with? So probably next people are Duke and Nebraska. And Jack, if I can, next time I see him. I'm gonna need to start stockpiling pineapples. No, I technically haven't. It says I haven't found all cats yet, so I don't know if that means I haven't turned them all in yet, or if there's one or more hanging around in the hangar. Oh, I got a pineapple from that game. Let's see here. Let's see if there's there is a cat hiding in here. See if there's one hiding up here. There is. Sneaky. Alright, let's turn in the ones I've gotten to Z. Oh, and I have found all cats now. I don't think I'm capturing Steam Overlay in OBS right now, but I just got an achievement called Catman for having found all cats. They still have not explained why I have the nickname of Catman. But I can dig it. I mean, I'm a cat person myself, so I can dig it.
I can't believe it. You actually found them all. Oh, splendid job, darling. They're all here. Elf, Kilo, Lima, my Victor, all my babies. And for that, you deserve something really special. This is gonna cost me. But whatever. I wasn't expecting this much.
I am not a catty person.
Really
You take that
went
back.
out of your way to help. So, use it wisely, darling, and thanks, really.
Sentinel X Core Mark II added to inventory. Let's actually take a look at that. Where's that? Where does that plug into? Ah. The upgraded core for Wormageddon Sentinel model. Base repair plus 35. Oh, and that's actually a huge upgrade. That lets me keep an extra charge of nanofluid. Because, so I mean, if any of you joined since I did the last fight, so there's a charge up mechanic in the actual mech battles in this game, and up until now I can only hold one charge, and so it's okay. Do I spend that charge on one big heal or some other repair, or wait? And I was debating whether to take one big heal or a smaller heal with some heal over time component, but now I can do that. I will give him the pineapple I got. Oh, no upgrade yet.
Alright, folks. That's it for today. Tomorrow is another one.
End of day 12. One day until the fight with Momoko.
He was a key piece, you know?
Oh, it's exposition time.
Together, all of us. I'll never trust a man again, the way I did with my voice. We were blood and bone. Same goal, same boat. nothing to lose. The all dead motherfuckers society. But Wolf, he was fearless. I'll tell you that. I'll never forget his eyes.
Okay, so that can't be GW then, because he just mentioned him, so... Alright, I have no tasks so far today. I'm sure one will come up since it's not saying free roam.
I'm all ears to anything you guys cook up.
Hey, this is very, very, very difficult. I think we need to find
Have a good
some
night, Kinko, and
other
thank you for
way.
watching. And for
What
chatting.
do you mean?
I don't know. I'm doing my best here.
Sorry, dude.
I guess we could use some references.
Like videos of fights and stuff? We're already doing that.
Maybe you need something different then. Another kind of inspiration. Oh, I got it. Shade and I used to watch a lot of old-ass kung fu movies together.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
you're being too obvious. We could drink from other fountains, you know.
Ah, that's good. But last time I tried downloading a movie, it came with a Trojan army.
Oh, I know. I think I saw a video rental shop somewhere. Maybe Shade could...
This gracious little lady might be a genius. All right, grab us some movies, nerd.
Yay! Movie night!
That sounds fun, dude.
Well, now I know why it was giving me movies as rewards earlier in the game. So I guess that's what it's going to be used
Time is going by
for.
so fast. I just wanted to stick around a bit longer. Ain't you gonna say something?
Sure.
Really
Fucking
making
Shade.
this a habit, huh? Next time I won't be so understanding. Schedules, Catman. Get your crap together. We got a fight tomorrow. An easy one for all I know, but you shouldn't be slacking off either. Nah, where the hell did I put that goddamn wrench?
Up your pee!
I mean, the ship's fully, the mech's fully repaired and upgraded, and I don't have anything else I can train him on until I go get movies, so... Moving on. Actually, no, the video rental place was on the way to the bar. So... Midnight Rider. There's still that area back there with the church that I haven't opened yet. All daily tasks completed. Well, that was easy. I will take a peek in the bar one last time. Nothing to do here. Truth be told, I kind of want to just rush forward to the next mech fight, because that's kind of the part of the game I'm enjoying the most. Not gonna lie. So, where do I drop off this tape? Oh, here's the other ones I had available to watch. Let's watch one of the ones I got as loot instead. Glorious.
Wow, that was awesome, dude.
Crap, Catman. What a piece of crap.
New stance assimilated specialist. I guess I can watch multiple of these and get different stances, whatever stances are for. I'm guessing the stances are going to be important later.
That was awesome, dude.
Crap. What a piece.
Same dialogue? Alright, let's watch the one we got from the actual plot.
Wow! That's what I'm talking about, Uncle Knife.
Oh, I get it. This is awesome, dude.
Hiya!
Hey! The dog flipped me over! Somebody help!
This guy sure knows how to use his fists.
Keep an eye on that stance, donkey! That's a proper brawler!
Wow, that was awesome, dude.
Crap, what a...
Oh, Duke doesn't like kung fu movies? That just makes me sad. Life will learn new stances by watching movies. So check Peepoo's menu every once in a while. Stances can be equipped in the pause menu by just selecting the pilot option. You can equip a stance by selecting one from the list. This will affect your next attack when your morale bar is filled. By completing these objectives, your morale bar will go up. Make sure you make the best of your stance, skills, and equipment. So let's actually look at what stances I've got now. So, Specialist likes any skills, pretty much, and deadlocking. Hunter is dealing damage at mid-range and hitting for more than 100 damage. Brawler is any attacks and dealing damage at point-blank range. So, for the next fight, I'm expecting I'm going to be fighting at mid-range, and mid-distance or long-distance. So, let's see here. But he does give it does give more of an attack bonus. On the other hand, any attacking here is good. Let's do Specialist actually to start, and we'll probably keep the same move set as last time. Let's make sure he has something
Time
to
is
say to
going
us.
by so fast.
Same thing.
Ain't you gonna?
That's it. I can't take one more sec of this crap. Rolling out.
Alright, let's do Fight Night.
Come on, kiddo. Hurry up, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry, dude. I got lost for a moment there.
Why so grumpy, dog?
What do you care, crap trash? I can't sleep from my frickin' bones. I lay there like a sausage, but my mind can't stop going back and forth.
Chewing up on old shit?
Why is it so easy to lose money? Why are we sitting here like a bunch of losers, exactly like we used to? Seems like I've been chasing my own tail all my life.
You know, I could think of worse things to do than sitting with some friends playing what looks like dominoes and drinking.
Crap. We should be millionaires by now. What happened to all that cash?
Hey, thank you, Aggressivist. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by.
I just can't wrap my head around that.
You gambled it away.
But how the hell did I get nothing back? Not even a dime. I'm just crawling with debt. I'm done for. We better make it to the finals, Catman, or else I'm so damn screwed. My poor old ma.
Dragon's still alive?
Of course she is. But she ain't like she used to be anymore. I always thought that devil of a woman would bury me 1,000 times before she was gone. Not anymore. She's growing old. I can tell by the way she walks. She's getting soft, saying things she never said before. I worry for her, Catman. I got myself into some shady crap. I don't want her to pay the price.
I'd help you out, but... well, I handed all my cash to my sister. She used it to open an orphanage. She also helps single mothers like herself. Changed many lives.
That's really beautiful, kid. You always had it in you. A bright piece of heart.
How much do you need, Wizard? Just spit it out.
Almost triple the amount we got from the heist.
Dude.
About 7.5 then.
Yeah. What about you, Catman? Where's your part?
I paid off a debt.
Did it work out for you?
What do you think?
I think we're swimming in the same fishbowl.
I don't know. Donkey Brains seems to be doing pretty fine here. You're the ones all low and gloomy like losers.
I'm taking out his batteries.
Beep, beep. Turning off.
Who'd have thunk this would happen once again? We back together, pulling out another impossible stunt.
Except we're one man short.
Exposition time.
What was up with GW anyway? Spending all of his cash on this stupid-ass robot? Then, I still can't believe what he did to his own body. Who does that kind of stuff?
He might have had his reasons.
Still. Oh, sorry. I just remembered maybe we shouldn't be talking about this while your girl is around.
Neb is fast asleep.
You really like this kid, don't you? Did you tell her about the past?
What?
About the heist.
Of course not.
A shame. I was wondering if she could remember.
Why would I tell her in the first place?
Well, what do you remember?
The same as you guys. We barely pulled it off. As for how we did it, it's all blank.
I remember feeling good. The blood rush, adrenaline. I've never felt that way since.
True. I can vouch for that. Hey, GW was a crazy bastard. You think would he?
What? You think he slipped something in our drinks or something?
Not his style. You know how things were around him.
Seemed as if reality would break at any second.
Yeah, he was something.
He was.
Let's just make sure we pull it off once more. After this, I'm done with gambling.
We heard it all before.
Well, this time around, I ain't crapping. I'm starting over again. I gotta do this for my good old mother. This ain't just about me anymore. Things sure would be easier with GW around.
End of day 13. Alright, tomorrow should be a fight.
Once in a lifetime, there's a gap. Either you jump in or not. That's gonna define what you'll be for the rest of it. It doesn't come without the risks. Freedom comes at a price. I don't regret it. Jumping deep, doing the impossible. When the time came, I was ready for the heist. What we stole that day, it was so much more than pieces of paper. We got back our rights to dream.
All right, crapheads. Today is the day.
Glad to see you're all fired up, wizard.
I'm always fired up.
We finished working on some new techniques. Monkey punch!
Hey! I told you that's a temporary name.
Uncle Knife is ready to kick some ass.
Let's have a great fight tonight.
Way to go, Catman!
Alright, let's do this. Oh, I guess talk to Hog really quick first. And double check this. Oh, I know he won't have anything new.
Momoko is in for a surprise. To think, this robot was no more than a chunk of crap a few days ago. Look at him now! Brings a tear to my eye.
I can't wait to see Uncle Knife in action. I could barely sleep last night. This is so exciting.
Alright, let's go see what Hog has to say before the fight. Oh, Mangoose is here. What is up, dude?
Boy, oh boy, aren't you guys working around the clock? Another night, another big fight. I should warn you though, this adversary of yours, not gonna be easy. Well, fight your hearts out. Winning or losing, tonight, I'll cash in good. Boy, what a wonderful world we live in, huh? What do you think? He's probably grooming that giant beauty of his. Let me tell you what, son. Ever since Jack lost to you guys, he's got a new spark in his eyes. I used to be like that too. Young, passionate, bowels fueled with fury and desire.
My bowels are fueled with Mexican food right now.
Me and that kid were the same, you know. We're gonna kick your asses.
All right.
Hey, son. I just found you the perfect tool to improve your digging performance. Follow me.
Upgraded work, I guess. Alright, I'll have to come back and do that some other time. Alrighty, let's get this fight going, because it's been too long since I was punching some robot's brains. Or shooting it in this case.
Ready to call the witch in?
Let's do this.
Okay, people, it's witch time.
As always, Annie Z coming in with the last-minute goods. Let's get this show on the road. I got some news for you. Check out my late-night stock, darling. I got some new stuff for y'all.
Alright, what we got, if anything? So, the mini bar is still there. Still got the same upgrades. Still got the boomboxer hole I'm going to keep with, because I know I need to be able to move fast because of that charged attack. I think we're good. The Sentinel 5 frame is new, though. Let's see here. Alright, that's just the ammo and, alright, that's fine. That's no major upgrades in. No new skills. Alright, let's save for sure. Make sure we've got our attack set. That looks good. Want to keep the good guard. Let's see here. What else do we need here? The armor we're fine on, and the nano gauge we're good on. At most I would want the drain the nano gauge ability. We'll keep the stance. And now that we can keep 2 charges, I think we'll keep nano repair in. And we'll definitely keep wizardry protocol in. And that's all good, I think. Alright, let's do this. Make sure she doesn't have anything to say.
Here, Shadow. Cowboy is gonna do great tonight. I can feel it.
Alright, let's fight.
Alright, we're leaving. Make sure you lock the doors and close the windows.
It's showtime!
Hey, you cowboy. Nice to meet you. I am a dagger.
Hi, I'm Knife Leopard.
Nice name, cowboy. I'm sorry I have to punch and kick you with all sorts of...
Don't worry, dude. It's all part of the sport.
Though I do enjoy it.
Alright, Every pilot has a morale bar around their portraits now. When this bar is filled, their next skill receives bonus attack damage. Morale bonus attack damage is determined by your equipped stance. Morale fills according to your stance requirements. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, start by moving up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me double check what my range is on. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can hit her with I can hit her with Tiara Ribbon at least from that square. Let's see what armor she has right now. 5, 5, and 20. Okay, that's worth it. So move up 2. And hit both her arms. Do I have enough? I don't have enough AP to do that a second time, but that's alright. What I will do is, I can either reload or, actually no, I'm going to do the taunt. Get that up as soon as possible. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, holy moly. Alright, immediately repairing that.
Repair time!
Alright, I need to reload. I should be able to get one more attack off and take her arm off. There we go. And my taunt is still up for one more turn, so that should be good.
I came from a pacifist tribe. We despise every kind of violence. Except small violence. Because that's a way of living, but I do feel guilt about it.
Fried chicken!
Sorry.
35 damage, good lord. Plus 35. That's nuts. Alright, I'm going to push her off this square right away to start. And then knock her back even farther. Oh, now I've got plus 15. Nice. But I don't have enough ammo to use it right away. So, gonna go ahead and reload. And then move back to this corner here.
Repair time!
Alrighty. So start with shooting her arm off for sure. That uses up all my my morale bonus, but that's fine because I will take off her other arm.
Oh boy, it's down!
That actually refills my bar, so I'm going to heal my chest.
Repair time!
I've got room for one more move, so I'm actually going to taunt and refresh my armor. And I'm going to move up and push her back. Body mash. Ooh, 120 damage, good lord. Alright, I could go for the punch on her. In fact, yeah, that's what I'm going to do to start is knockback punch. And I'm going to reload my gun for next turn. And then I'm going to take 2 steps back. Force her to get up close to me. I wish I could heal my head, but that's going to have to wait. definitely going to full heal my fist here.
Beautiful, my friend.
Not enough ammo for that, but I can reload and do it a second time. Alright, that takes out her head. Let's push her back one, and move one. That's what they said, but I just destroyed her chin, and nothing happened. So I don't know. I'm definitely taunting with my... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh well. I am definitely taunting with my hand because I cannot afford to take a 35 damage hit. Everywhere. Alright, let's see what she does. Ground bash. So that's a knockback.
My apologies.
But she didn't attack. Alright. Repairing my chest for sure. I should probably repair my arm, since that's where all my attacks are. But I'm gonna go for a kill here, I think.
Yummy and delicious.
Now I can reload. And one more attack. Oh, she's still alive. That's no good. Well, let's see if I lose. Ah, she's gonna heal anyways. I'm okay with that. Because that means attack. Reload. And attack again. And that's it.
You're the champion!
Only $500 for that? I got 1,000 for the last two. Knife saw through the opponent's lies she wasn't really sorry at all. Also, he'll be less apologetic from now on. Knife Leopard learned quick draw pummeling. Anything else? Nighttime.
Uncle Knife rocks!
Thanks to all of you. Great work, people. That was so much fun.
God damn, kiddo. When that big-headed alien started jumping around, I thought you were done for.
I thought so too, dude.
Hell yeah! Drinks on me tonight. We're going for the top.
Always great to have you guys.
Oh, we'll come back many more times, my lady. That you can count on. We are the champions!
So, about that drink I've been owing you?
You have it?
Tell me what you think.
Oh, I love it.
Is that a pina colada?
That's right. Now, there's only one drink left.
Oh, I'm still a minor.
Oh,
So...
that face.
We all know that, kid. What do you take us for? Some kind of criminals? We may have robbed...
I guess we can still have some non-alcoholic beverages from Neb.
Party poopers. Let me tell you something anyway. I feel a martini potential in you.
Careful, kid. You don't know if that's a good thing.
Hey, of course it is! Martini is the best!
Yay, Fancy Jack.
By the way, great fight tonight. Seems like you guys are on a roll.
You can bet on it.
You mind if I join you? I'm in need of some drinks. Joy, martini if you will, please.
I ain't paying for yours.
Don't worry about that. It's all covered. Drink up.
How about a whiskey on the rocks?
That again? I told you, you got it all wrong. I'm a martini guy.
So why am I still getting whiskey vibes?
Oh, we've got some post-battle chat. That's new.
Seems like the dog is out. I'll be on my way soon. Gotta wake up early tomorrow morning. Gonna walk Barbara through the junkyard, hunt some cans. You know, junk hunting.
Oh, this is so good. Dog damn.
Glad you like it.
What does alcohol taste like?
Fire.
Dog damn.
Feels good to have a sweet drink after a night like this.
Great night, huh? Almost makes me forget about my life in the office. I came all this way to this town to see Godworm fight, and now he's dead.
We killed Godworm in the first playthrough.
Well,
first
at least I still got
first
to
night of
enjoy some
streaming.
nice quality mech-on-mech action.
What you looking at?
Well, these two again.
Murder machine!
I could barely hold my pants on, Charlie Boiler!
There was blood tonight!
That ladybug of a mech didn't stand a chance against the murder machine.
I thought I was dead for sure!
Why the hell did you buy front row seats? I mean, are you insane?
Oh, I thought you said...
Never mind. We're still alive. That's what matters. But we can't say the same for that big-headed gnome.
It was obliterated!
Who's gonna kick your ass real hard? Play you like a fiddle like...
Murder machine! Murder machine!
These two are terrible and yet the best. Alright, I'm guessing this is my moment to check on ZZ at night. Actually, before I should go back and see if there's any new movies for sale. That's a new sound.
I can't take this anymore. This is getting out of hand fast.
Z?
What the hell are you doing here? Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Oh, how shameful.
Is everything okay?
I'm fine, darling. It's
okay. You don't need to tell me. But let me help you in some way.
It's my niece. She's the one behind all the screaming. She's suffering from an unknown condition. I've taken her to every hospital in the city, but they all failed to find a cause. She sleeps all day long, and at night she wakes up to bursts of excruciating pain. It's driving me nuts. I can't take this anymore. It's been 6 months since she last ate something, and frankly, I don't know how the hell she's still alive.
I've seen something like this before.
Did you?
Exposition time!
I have a brother who went through something similar. Maybe I can help.
Are you implying you also one of these scammers? Trying to make fun of my niece? Transform her pain into a publicity stunt?
I can assure you that's not my intention. My brother was once afflicted by a similar condition. For him, it happened in bursts during broad daylight. Worked like a stronger tantrum, scared everyone, and he would often hurt himself. He'd scream like crazy. It was as if his bones would pierce through the skin. It was painful to watch. I saw the priests try and perform exorcisms on him. After weeks or even days, the condition would return. Doctors couldn't find the cause, and they were fairly expensive for his guardian at the time. The scumbag wouldn't pay.
So, did you find a cure? I mean, what happened to him?
I was tired of just watching that shit. I decided to do things my way. I guess I was the only one that really cared. I think I can help you out, Z. But you gotta trust me. I know what you're going through.
Fine. I'll trust you. Just don't make a fool out of me. We got a professional relationship. I don't want to ruin it. Please, do anything in your power. Help my niece. I'll help you in any way I can.
I'll do my best.
You want to see her?
Not right now. I prefer to tackle things when she's asleep. This is too strong of a presence for me to face.
Oh, you sound like a scammer.
I guess scammers sound a lot like the real thing. Maybe even more convincing than I'll ever be. But you gotta trust me on this, Z.
Right. My apologies. I really don't want to sleep inside tonight.
I wouldn't.
People trash. Welcome to the Midnight Strut Sessions. I'm your host, Foam Gun, with all the hot news across the universe. We're down 2 more. Loser Pilot Heart and her piece of junk, her weird alien creature and big-headed machine. Well done, trash. Also, old ancient elderly ass pilot Paton Patrick, aka Colonel, should be dead, just announced his retirement. With stupid cliche quotes like, I'm too old for this shit, and it's time I settle down. SPD made the phony press run dry of their fake laughingstock. Now everybody is talking about his stupid Binder account. What's so wrong about Grandpa looking for some love? You're never too old for hunting. Colonel SBD was number 5 among UGG ranks. Crybaby pilots are complaining he's taking rank 5 with him forever since the UGG Commission refuses to appoint a new number 5. According to UGG, Colonel SBD should hold a retirement fight against a challenger of his choice. But apparently, he's only interested in fighting in the arena of love right now. That's it for today's reports, player trash. Foam Gun out!
The USNA has entered alert state as the biggest oil rig complex, known as the Heart of the Pacific, exploded tonight. The complex consisted of 7 oil rigs, responsible for drilling into the biggest oil reserve on the planet. The causes of the explosion are yet to be clarified. The UN stated that this may be the worst environmental catastrophe to date, affecting over 7% of the world's oceans. Economists and USNA government officials are preparing for a huge slump that may impact every life on the planet.
End of day 14. And it looks like we've changed our title to Nebraska Jones.
I feel like crap.
That's 'cause you stuffed your face yesterday.
Shut up, Tin Can. Your voice feels like needles.
Cheer up, wizard. It's time for our next step.
And what would that be?
It's time we raise the stakes. Neb is looking into a really interesting character.
He's a guy nobody's willing to take on. I think it's because he's gotten real famous recently.
You saying no one wants to face him because he's famous? That doesn't make any sense.
He's going to be famous for killing people.
Yeah, but there's a catch. He's famous for being an underdog who totals his foes.
Totals?
Yeah. This guy has put several mech teams out of commission. He sells himself as an underdog, but he's nothing more than a rookie killer. He sits at rank 250, but he probably should be at least 230.
Didn't I just become 285 or something like that?
230? And how the crap do you guys suppose we can take him on?
I thought you liked gambling. On the bright side, that means he's hungry for anyone stupid enough to challenge him. That's where we step in.
Alrighty, folks. So with that fight done, I've been doing this for about 3.5 hours, so I think it's about time we wrap it up for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed sitting through this game with me. I will probably pick this up again. Tomorrow I'm probably going to shake things up and do a little bit of Arceus, since I'm still working on the latest and greatest Pokemon, but I think I might stream this again on Saturday. We'll see how things go. In any case, thank you all so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Hope you all have a great night, and I will see you next time.